apology for that. Look at this. I
It's cool.
like
It's cool. It's cool.
world champ, you know.
Go on, I ain't playing. Yeah,
Ezra,
I ain't
you
playing.
I'll tell you one thing you do not lack, and that is confidence. But you know what? Welcome, welcome. Where you been, man? I tried. I didn't get to catch up with you on
Well,
Saturday.
thank you.
Sorry, I was.
Thank you.
I
Thank you
was.
for having me, first of all.
Listen, come on.
Um, we're there. We're here, man. We're here. We're 9-0. We're feeling good. Confidence is on 100 as always.
Hmm.
And yeah, man. Let's get to it.
Yeah, let's get to it for real. All I want to say is apologies for Saturday. I was a little bit busy, so I didn't get to speak to you. But we are here now. Talk to us about Saturday night. I want to talk to you about your performance. I was there at the backstage, saw you walking out, saw you getting ready to go out there. Talk to us about your performance, Ezra, and welcome to you as well.
Thank you. My performance, it was a good one, you know. I watched it back. I can't lie. I won my 9 fights. I haven't been happy with any of my performances. But this performance, I'm satisfied, to say the least, purely because I did what I went in there to do. I listened to my coaches. I wanted to be mature, show maturity. I wanted to be disciplined. I wanted to
Yeah.
take my time, and I wanted to ultimately to enjoy it. And I enjoyed every second of being in there. That was a very fun fight for me. I think I displayed a lot of potential of what's to come. You know, my offense, my defense, a bit of flair here and there, and I guess my resilience, fitness. I did the 10 rounds, slight kind of with ease in a sense. Probably could have upped it a bit. A lot of people were saying that I could have, and I know I probably could have, but I'm here for the long term. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for the long game. It's not about going in there and blowing everyone out in a second or two. It's about just enjoying it, getting the rounds in my under the belt, and getting the belt at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So it's good.
Yeah, yeah. You know, when like you said, like out of you're quite critical of your performances, and you said that you more or less enjoyed this one. What is it that like you enjoyed about it compared to your other performances? Because I've seen you go in there and stop people.
Mm.
Not necessarily. Well, you really, really hurt people. But do you think that you was playing with your food with a little bit with this one here? And I'm going to say that because I
Um,
thought you could have put your foot on the gas a little bit more. I'm going to say that. That's what I
yeah,
thought. But
yeah. That's the general consensus I'm getting. That's the feedback I'm getting from everyone, which is appreciated. And yeah, I'm also in agreement. I know I could have for sure. I had more in the tank to let go. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? But there's times where throughout the training camp, I've been working on certain things. I've been working on my defense, catching certain shots, and doing certain things, nullifying certain things, working on my range, keeping my range. All these things, obviously, but a lot of people don't know. My team does. Um, but again, off topic, but on topic, my team's very happy with the performance. Could be shown what we've worked on is what you executed in there. My last fight, my fight before the obviously the last, I didn't showcase the things that I've been working on. So I was like, all right, cool. That's a potential that I could do. So what I mean by that is I could be working on things for a while, and I could go in the ring and it all could go out the window because of my
right.
emotions. Or I could just, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
not here to do that because I really want to get better each time. And one of the main objectives, to me, for any boxer, it should be as well, is improvement, right? There's a lot of boxers out here are boxing and they're not improving. They're just boxing. Everyone knows their style and it just keeps being like that. But with me, I'm improving. I'm showing development. I'm showing improvement. I'm showing maturity at such a early part of my career. Like I'm doing things that on paper I shouldn't really be doing. I shouldn't really be having this belt that I have in 9 fights. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I'm happy to be able to implement it because it gets crazy in the ring. You know, there's a lot of things that um, come into your head.
Educate a fool. Educate a fool. I'm not in there. I just think maybe there's nerves or whatever, that pressure of people expect you to perform. But educate a fool, Ezra. What is going through a fighter's head when he's in the ring, when it's there in front of him?
Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot. There's nerves, as you said. They can be not with me, but there could be a fear of losing. There could be a fear of getting knocked out, getting hurt. Also being under the bright lights on the big stage, TV, Queensbury, big platforms, and whatever else. A lot, hundreds or even thousands of people watching you. You want to entertain. You want to please, right? That's the main thing. And all these
Okay.
things can cloud your judgment. You know what I'm saying? It can make you
Mm.
forget about what you're really good at, make you forget about the things that you've worked on. And that's one thing that that's not phasing me. And that's one thing I said to myself. I was like, listen, I take everything with a pinch of salt, and I appreciate what people are saying and their opinion. But could I care less? I couldn't. I care for about 4 people's opinion and feedback, and that's my team. So when I hear that, I'm like, all right, cool. You happy with it? You happy with this? You happy with this? They say, yeah. I say, all right, cool. Now I need to see if I'm happy with it, and then we go forward from there. Other than that, like this is the boxing game. Everyone's gonna have their 2 pence. Everyone's gonna say you should have done this more. You should have done this, or you shouldn't have done this more. But then in my head, I'm like, when people are saying, "Oh, I should have put a foot on the gas," I'm there like, all right, cool. But what if that goes wrong? I put the foot on the gas and it goes wrong, and I can't get the guy out, and I can't do this and I can't do that. Who's in there? You gonna come and save me once I get licked up? You ain't. So I want to make sure that I'm just holding in what I need to hold in. And to be fair, going back to that, I was going back to my corner and I was getting certain instructions to do certain things, and but I have the last lap, the last say
Yeah.
on it. I'm in the ring. I'm like, can I do this? Am I gonna do this? No, I'm not. Oh, yes, I am. So I implemented adaptation. You know what I'm saying? Being able to adapt to what I've been given, what instructions I've been given, and even throughout the fight, I was making myself laugh because I'm boxing, and then I'll hear an instruction from one of my coaches, Ray or Angel, and I'm like, yeah, yeah. Like I'll say it in the fight, I'm like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I'm doing an acknowledgement whilst I'm fighting. That's how you know I'm so calm. I'm just trying to get things done in there. You know what I'm saying? Instead of looking at it as a fight and it's so pressurized and whatever else. I really enjoyed it, every second of it. 10 rounds, which I obviously I was yet to do. I did that with ease, and I could have done a bit more in a 10. I can do 12 now, I know for a fact. And I was at a good pace as well. So overall, it was a big box ticked because I feel like I ticked a lot of boxes as well. And there's more to come. And I feel like I displayed that as well.
So when you look at your opponent then, because I saw you control the fight. You were in control of the fight, 100%. So you could do that with all of him, but when you step up, you're going to get somebody that's going to push back on you and potentially force you to take those risks. With him, I mean, I think one of the things that your opponent said at the press conference, he was like, he likes to go the distance. We won't be going the distance. He was kind of confident with that. That he was potentially the one that was going to get you out of there early, but you were literally dictating that pace with the fight. So how did you find him how did you find him as an opponent in the ring? Did you feel anything coming back from him at all? Or like I said, was it what we saw and it was just dominance from your side?
Yes, it's the latter really. I didn't have no threat in there. To be fair, when I get in a ring with another man, I don't see no threat in it unless I guess I get hurt and then it's like, oh, okay,
Okay.
cool. We have to deal with something here. But I don't look at your strengths, I look at your weaknesses. I go in there and I just literally adapt on the fly because I haven't got time to really put too much energy into what's in front of me until it's in front of me, and I just kind of just move accordingly
Hmm.
with that. So then are you on the phone, Red? You can't be on your phone, surely not.
No, I'm not.
All right,
I'm
cool, cool.
listening. I'm listening.
All right, just making sure.
You
Yeah,
got my full attention.
I like that. Yeah,
It's that
so
I've got someone under my desk that's tied up.
hey, listen, I want to put it past you.
Oh wow,
I
wow!
want to
Keep the
put it.
rumors going.
I
Yeah,
ain't put
it's Richard. It's Richard. I've got hold of
Hey,
him.
listen.
I took him off Madonna, and
Tell
I've
him
got him
to,
under the desk.
tell him to hit me up, man. He needs to hit me up. Everyone needs to, find out if he's all right. But anyways,
Back to you. Back to
back to
you.
it, back
Back
to
to
it. Yeah,
you.
sorry, yeah, my opponent. No, man, I just go in there and enjoy it, man. Like I said,
Mm.
it's a man with 2 arms. I've met many of them. You know what I'm saying? And then if I do what I'm good at, I'm a nullifier, and you can't do anything to me. And that's what I did. I wanted to work on my defense. I wanted to catch a few shots. I wanted to take a few shots, and then just enjoy it.
Okay.
Close down the range, pressure. There's a lot of things I really wanted to take because, like I was saying to you, Red, like I'm here for the long game. I want to become a world
Mm.
champion. I'm going to become a world champion. I need to be able to maneuver and navigate through different type of challenges. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then when I even spoke to him, big up Lamella, my opponent. I even spoke to him after as well, and he was saying like, yeah, believe it or not, his game plan was to draw me into a fight. Obviously,
Interesting.
we seen the fight. It was completely different. But he says I have the fastest he's ever come across, fast. His counters was stopping him. My counters were stopping him from getting close. So on paper, it's like so
Respect
not.
then.
You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Yeah, he's probably seeing like, okay, this guy's got power, and I can't come in as as brazen as I would like to because his corner
But
was
we
going
saw
crazy.
that though, Ezra, because he was taking
Mm.
a few deep breaths as he was stepping back and like shaking his head off. You
Yeah,
know, when obviously
yeah,
because his face was reddened and that. That's what I said. It was at your pace.
yeah, yes, yeah, and exactly that. And I seen that as well. I seen that, and I was like, yeah, man, it's starting to get a bit hard for you in here. And it was cool for me. I wanted to smile, but I was like, let's not smile. I wanted to smile because,
You gotta be
you know,
careful.
yeah, I'm saying, yeah, I was enjoying it. I was like, yeah, I'm enjoying this, man. I love what I do, like I said before. So I know when I'm in the ring, I wanted to take my time. I wanted people to see what I'm about and the potential of where I go. Because with me, if you look at my fights, I haven't really got
Yep.
a trend of what I do. I change it all the time. You know what I'm saying? I can box on the back foot. I show I can box on the back foot. I can show I can box going forward on the front foot. I can show that I can mix in the middle, mix in the inside, or I can be flary if I want. So I've got all of these qualities to me, and going forward, I'm just gonna keep getting better and better and better. And I just look for improvement. Honestly, that's all I look for: improvement in each fight. And the reason why I was happy with this one because I showed improvement.
Well, the thing is, activity is key. You've been out on the last two magnificent sevens. I think I've got to give credit to. I think it was IFL, one of the other outlets that have obviously mentioned to Frank about next fights, and it looks like they're going to be doing another magnificent seven, potentially autumn.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully you'll be back out once again because I like the way Frank's kind of like bunched you. So it's sort of like the next gen,
Yeah, yeah,
if you're going to put it like that. But it's like, yeah, it's these titles, it's these fighters, and it's like, oh, it's the same guys, and we're watching them progress. Yeah, they're going to be on that card. Yeah, I remember them, and you've got this like progressive, hopefully improvement for all of you guys, and it's like we're
mm.
watching you work your way up to those championship levels. So I like the model that they're doing there. Is that something that you'd like to be back out on? I think he said autumn, so I'm going to presume September, October.
Yeah, for sure. I'd like to be out October, you know, November, December, or around those times. I'd like to go be out again. Like you said, activities key for me right now as well. I've got good
Yeah.
momentum. Keep going from strength to strength. Keep getting better. And obviously with you as well, you see behind the scenes how I wasn't a part of the Magnificent Seven. I was all eighth. And like I said, I was sitting in the crowd and I didn't really get a,
But you fought your way through though,
I
Ezra,
fought my way through. I literally did. I did, man. And I'm
and
here
that's
now.
what you
So
have to do, isn't it?
that's what you have to do. That's what I realized, man. Like I'm happy it kind of went that way because it's like I feel like it's deserving to be here. You know what I'm saying? And now look, I've got an amazing and prestigious belt to go with it as well. Before I had the Commonwealth silver, and I'm not discrediting that, but again, that's not as near
You
as
just as
solid.
WBC, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now I have that now. It's like, yeah, all right, where can we go now? There's opportunities everywhere. You know,
Let me have a look. I'm going to carry on talking. I'm just going to have a look at
mm,
the WBC rankings to see what's going on with them at the moment. WBC
yeah,
rankings. Let me just have
yeah.
a look and see where you are.
I'm not too sure if it's been updated. I think, you know me, Eager Beaver, I checked on the same night, but I don't think it's been updated as of yet.
Because I think it might be updated like once a month, but let me just have a
Yeah,
check. It's worth having a look anyway.
yeah. Why not? Why not? Why not? In my head, I'm already ranked there anyway. A ranking is a ranking, something I didn't have before, so I'm happy with that. Um, and yeah, man, I just want to see what else is teetering. You know, these Saudi
Mm,
Arabia cards are kicking off. I know um, Fraser Clark, he's getting into camp. He's obviously having his rematch with Fabio Wardley. I'm also hearing that's in Saudi Arabia.
yeah,
Berbia versus Bivol, that's happening. I
yeah.
even
But
heard something about
Viterbiev's the
yeah,
belt
yeah,
holder, isn't he?
exactly. So yeah, man, I'm open for whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm just happy to be fighting. Um, and then luckily, or not luckily, hopefully I'll be defending my belt sometime towards the end of the year, but not too late because I want to just keep improving as I keep banging on about it.
Yeah. Now I'm just looking because there's a couple of names on here. We've got Craig Richards, number 19, Shakan Pitters 18, Ben Whitaker 17, Jerome, is it Pampaloni,
Mm-hmm,
New Zealand.
Yeah.
Menendez, Cuba, Powell, Stepien, we know who he is from Poland, Malik Zinad, who we know that fought Bivol at short notice out in Saudi as well.
Yeah.
And we've got Dan Aziz at number 7. So there's a few names up here. I think obviously we've got Willie Hutchinson, international, because they're going. It's him and Boatsy that are going for the international belt.
Yeah, they're fine for the interim, from what I believe.
So there's a lot of the light heavyweights, tasty division. You said that obviously you're 9 fights in, it, Ezra. So when you look at the landscape, obviously we said that you're going to stick on the WBC because prestigious path. So when you look at the names on there, like who do you see as like good like dancing partners on there for you out of the names that I've mentioned? Because you have only, it's hard to believe you have just got 9 fights in. You are very young still as well.
Yeah. I have a lot going for me at the moment. I can't lie to you. Definitely have a lot going for me. You know what? I can't lie, man. My eyes are set just on Willie Hutchinson right now, purely because he has the belt that I want. He has a WBC silver. He just won that. That is the one up from me. So if it was anyone else, trust me, I'd be locking on them as well. But I'm locked in with him. We'll see what he does with obviously Boatsy and see what happens with the WBC silver belt. That whoever has that is what I want. But he has it right now. So I don't know I don't even know what the landscape looks like if he gets that belt. I guess he may have to relinquish that and then take it from there. But take the belts out of the equation. Willie Hutchinson would be a good fight for me because
I know. Talk to me. Why?
he's got skill, man. He's got skill.
Yes.
And I say he's upcoming. He's been around for a while. I can't lie to you. So I don't want to say he's upcoming like myself, but he's got a little bit of a something that I would like to, you know what I'm saying, get in the ring and deal with. You know what I'm saying? Him throwing these shots and moving around and whatever
Yeah, he's
else.
got flair. Yeah.
Just think about it. If you like put into the grand scheme of things, people light heavyweights with a little bit of flair. I say obviously I myself, Willie Hutchinson, and obviously Ben Whitaker. So Willie Hutchinson makes sense. Obviously, he's with Queensbury as well. It makes sense for me. You have something that I actually do want. You get, because again, if he didn't win against Craig Richards, I wouldn't even have this WBC International. I wouldn't even have a chance to fight for it because he would have had it. So for him to win, he made room for me to get this belt. So again, it could be the same situation as well. But either way, in my head, I'm like, I want to fight him anyway because he's doing his thing. He's hot right now on paper, right? And that's what I want to do. I want to fight the best. And essentially, right now, he's proven to be someone of that kind for the light heavyweights. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. In my head, yeah, I'd like to. And it's funny because he knows I'm on him as well. He knows I'm
Does
on
he?
him. Yeah, he does. I can't because I pulled up to not his last fight with Craig Richards, his fight beforehand when he was defending the WBC International, and he came to the ring and he said to me, he's like, "Oh, fight that guy, and I'll give you half a chance of getting this belt." And I started laughing, man. I was like, "That's funny, man." But I like it. He's got a bit of humor as well. But I didn't fight that guy, but I got the belt now. So what chance are you giving me now? You know what I'm saying? But I like it.
Yeah.
It's exciting, man. I can't even lie. It's exciting overall.
I like the fact, and like I said, I could play devil's advocate and say, don't you think you'd probably need a little bit more fights? You've done your 10 rounds, a little bit more experience. I was expecting you to say, oh, maybe I'll fight Dan Aziz, maybe I'll fight Shakan Peters, maybe I'll fight Craig Richards, and you just went, nah, Willie Hutchinson. So I get it. Listen, I will never ever knock anyone's ambition. But do you think that maybe you could like work your way up there a little bit more? And look, I'm just asking the question because there's good names there. Light heavyweights and cruiserweights in the UK are nice.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. And yeah, to answer that question, yeah, me being me, I'm still locking in on Willie Hutchinson regardless, but there's steps to it, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm very ambitious, but I'm very realistic at the same time. A few defenses here with my belt, fight the people that you just said. I would like to fight Dan Aziz.
Interesting.
I'd like to fight Dan Aziz because he's a solid operator, man. But there's a lot of boxers in the light heavyweight division. Again, no offense to anyone, that are starting to get over the hill, starting to see a decline. When I was talking about improvement in performances, I can't think of any of those that's been mentioned that have been improving. If anything, they've been declining. And I'm not saying like, oh, let me fight these guys because they have been declining. I'm saying let me fight these guys because they have experience, something that I don't have, right? So
Mm-hmm.
if in my head, this is how I look at the game of
Mm.
opponents or whatever. If I beat someone with a lot of experience, that means I gain all your experience. That's how I see it as, because
Are you on the Thanos effect?
that's it. I'm gonna take that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm run with it. I got the gemstone now. That's how I see it.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, man. Obviously, there's a lot. Like you said, there's a lot of them teetering around. There's people
Mm.
around that I can definitely prove my worth or improve my worth against before Willie Hutchinson. But either way, whatever path that I do go down, it is for Willie Hutchinson. And if he gets rid of the WBC belt, because that's the route I'm taking now. I'm on the WBC. Some people go like the IBO, IBF, whatever, get the European, do that, and then obviously they get the ranking in that avenue. I've been blessed by God's grace to be able to be blessed by getting put on a WBC path, the best belt, most prestigious belt, and yeah, I'm trying to take it from there. But yeah, a good domestic fight with one of those, even like you call it the top 10. I'm ready. I feel like I'm ready for it now.
Aziz is in the top 10.
100% he is. You know, Aziz, Craig Richards, like you said, Shaq and Peters, Lyndon Arthur. Um, yeah, these guys. I swear, even Callum Johnson's about now as well. So there's a lot of names that we could mix it up with. And again, now it's time where, you know, when you hear people say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to sit down with my team and figure it out." Now it's actually time to sit down with the team and figure it out and where we go next. You know.
Yeah, I think Callum Johnson. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he's still campaigning at light heavyweight. I think he's
Bruiser,
gone
innit?
off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Sorry,
he's gone off.
yeah. That's it.
Um, but speaking about Willie Hutchinson, obviously he's got the bout coming up with Joshua Buatsi.
Mm.
How do you think that goes, Ezra?
Bit of a, I can't lie, it's a bit of a 50-50 on paper. I would
Mm.
have said Joshua Buatsi all day, yeah. But based on that performance that I seen Willie Hutchinson pull out against Craig Richards, was it an amazing performance? No. But was it good enough? Yeah. Craig Richards, was he great? No. But he's still Craig Richards, isn't it? Like he's still essentially on paper a dangerous operator. I'll be honest, I thought Craig Richards would have got him out after like round 8.
I think a lot of people did.
Yeah, a lot of people did. A lot of people really did, and that again goes back to reinforcing what I'm saying about people on the decline, right?
Mhm.
And what people I think fail to forget, a lot of these boxers have been in the game for a very long time. You know, having their debuts at 2015 and whatever else, and inactivity can play a spell on a lot of things. There's a lot of external factors. Then if you have someone who's hungry, and
Mhm.
essentially has youth on his side, because it's a young man's sport. You know what I'm saying? Like it helps to be fresh, and you know some of these men have got miles on the clock. Willie Hutchinson went in there and he didn't do too much and he got the job done. So
Yeah.
that, and then Boatsi, again, no disrespect to anyone, but he hasn't been looking too great in his last 3 fights. But Willie Hutchinson's been looking good in his last 2.
So what you're saying? So you're saying that Buatsi didn't look the best in the Craig Richards fight.
Mm.
Then who did he fight after that? Was it Stepien?
Yeah, Stepien didn't look too great against. I think he went the distance,
And
right?
then Dan Aziz.
Then Dan Aziz, which again went distance, didn't look too great. But Waxy was a fierce operator, man. I was like, yo, this guy's the man back in the day. But now I'm not too sure what's happened. You know what I'm saying? He could probably still pull it out of the bag. Someone like Willie Hutchinson, I think he will turn up because I feel like
He's turned up
he.
so far, ain't he? At the press
Yeah,
conference.
yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a bit of that, so I feel like that on his own, I think he knows he needs to turn up for this fight.
Yep.
Um, Not saying like, oh yeah, I can beat him just doing what I do, but I feel like he needs to be he needs to pull out that aggressive streak that he had. And Willie Hutchinson, I feel like you probably expect it. Willie Hutchinson. So what I'm trying to do to answer your question, Willie Hutchinson on points or Buatsi by a stoppage. I can't say anything other than that. That's about it really. So it's a 50-50.
Mm. Anthony Yard, obviously. Well, I don't know what's going on with him at the moment. I don't think anybody does, but when you think about Anthony Yard fighting? Because I think maybe depending on obviously what happens with Willie Hutchinson and Joshua Buatsi, there's a potential there for that fight with Anthony Yard and Joshua Buatsi. I mean, how do you see that fight?
I think Anthony Yard would win that fight, I believe, just because he's someone who has been showing improvement in his fights, regardless of, obviously, I know people can say you haven't fought anyone, he hasn't done that, he hasn't done this.
But he has fought people that he fights right at the top and then right at the bottom.
Yeah, there's no really middle ground.
There's no middle ground.
He's fought at the top and had a good account of himself twice over.
Yep.
So with that experience as well, going into fighting any of these guys, his confidence will be high. Fighting someone like Buatsi should be high. He's faced it all. He's been damaged. He's been hurt. He's been dropped. He's done everything. You know what I'm saying? So something that Buatsi hasn't done. And I just feel like Yard is a bit of a better operator in terms of like his boxing IQ, his skills, his aggression. Clearly, he's got a bit more power on paper. I just feel like Yard would get it done. It'll be a hard fight, but it's a bit of a, call it a 60-40 to Yard.
Interesting. So what is going to be happening with you now then? Obviously, you know, you've come off the win, you've secured the belt, you're happy with your performance, but obviously, like you said, you are work in progress. You're working to improve all the time. So what is going to be happening back with you now? Couple of weeks off, then back in the gym, what happens? Every fight is different.
Yeah, no, a couple of weeks off, but I'm having to force myself to do that, man, because like now I don't know nothing other than training. Really, honestly, all I want to do is train. I want to get back into routine. I love routine. It's my lifestyle. So for me to come out of it, I'm having to force myself out of it. But I'm still training, still ticking over. But yeah, 2 weeks at the max, and then I'm back in it, man. Because it's time. It's like you just said, I'm improving. So why would I not want to spend my time improving? That doesn't mean burning myself out, killing myself. It means honing on the craft that I wanna be able to develop, because I want to be an overall all-round fighter. You know what I'm saying? So I've got things I need to do. Even in my head right now, I know what I need to do. I know what I need to get to, and I can't wait to do it. But sometimes there's also times to rest and recover. So right now, I'm forcing myself to do it. My team's forcing me to do it because they know how I can stay.
We're always in good shape anyway.
Thank you. Yeah, so like I said, because I just train. It doesn't have to be boxing. I don't have to punch things every day. I do a lot of other stuff. Obviously, you see me skate. That's a lot of cardio. I go for runs, swim, Pilates, hot yoga. I do all these joints. So I keep myself active. But then when it's time
ladies, is flexible.
What are you trying to do it? Yeah. I'm all right. I can move my body in
I don't even know where that came from. I don't even know why I said it.
You know where that came from. But anyways, this is yeah, I'm active. Overall, I'm active. I keep on point because you never know, man. You never know when that call could come. Like you said, Anthony Yard situation going off right now. For what Willie Hutchinson stepped in. That could be me at some point. You know what I'm saying? That could be me. Willie Hutchinson can't step up. He's got an injury or something. Yo, Ezra, what do you fancy it, mate?
You wouldn't turn it down.
I don't think I would. It just depends on what everything.
That's why you've got management, because sometimes fighters need saving from themselves.
It's true, but they would need saving from me if I accept that fight. Just understand that. But you know, this is the confidence coming out. But let's be realistic now. I just want to be ready for any opportunity, because it may not be them. It could be someone else. You know, there's a lot of other people out there that I'm keeping my eye on. Funny enough, I'll dash it out there. Khalil Cole.
The American chap, yeah.
Yeah. I've got my eyes on him, man. Because believe it or not, we're 9-0. He's 9-0.
Yeah.
His last fight, he just got WBC USA Light Heavyweight belt. I just got a WBC International belt. When I was talking about the 5v5, I was talking about me versus Khalil Cole.
Interesting.
So, yo, we never know what's going on. All I know is that there's opportunities out there that I ain't gonna let pass me. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah,
that'd be nice actually. A 5v5 part 2.
Hey, 5v5 part 2, man. And who else better to fly the flag than me in the light heavyweight this scene? I can't think about the Queensbury light heavyweights. It's only me and Willie Hutchinson right now. Again, you don't know what's going on with Yard. Cal Itamar, I ain't even too sure about him, but it's me. I'm active, so hey, let's run it, man. Why not?
I've got to ask what you think about the other fights that were on the card. Did you get to have a look at any of them?
I didn't, but I seen like highlights here and there. I paid attention to Echo's fight.
Brilliant fight that was.
Yeah, that was a scrap, man. That was good, and I like the way he came back and came off the court
Wow.
to win. You know what I'm saying? So that was good. That's like a Lee Wood. I think he did it. Carl Froch, he did it. You know what I'm saying? God forbid, I don't want to touch the canvas ever, but it's good to see someone do that and then come up and.
Tremendous.
So yeah, that was good. I didn't really see too much because I was changing. Sorry, changing. I was in the changing rooms warming up. And that's about it, really and truly. After that, I was doing all the media stuff, so I didn't get to watch it. But I'm yet to watch the whole card back, including myself again.
I know that you train. I know that Angel would dissect it, break it down into parts, and then get you to probably look at the foot positioning and all that stuff, because we know that he's very meticulous with how he breaks down the fights. But I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you got the W. Like you said, you got the rounds in. If you're happy with your performance, we've got to be supportive and we've got to be happy with you as well. But like I said, I just wanted to apologise for not catching up with you on the night. But yeah, we got there in the end. I'm gonna try and speak to Fraser in the next couple of days as well, because I ain't spoke to him since he fought Fabio.
Oh no way! Yeah,
I ain't spoke to him for listen, all of them. Like I said, Richard's missing, but at least Fraser and yourself I've been able to keep in contact with. So we'll just take it from there. But hopefully, I'll see you soon. Hopefully, you're out in the autumn. It's another one of those cards, and you just keep building, Ezra. Just keep building, innit? And shout out to your brethren, Micah, as well. The same name as my son. So when I saw Micah on his top, I was like, oh, Micah.
My boy right there, man. Yeah, shout out the whole team. And yourself, Red, for giving me the time and day as always.
Been there from the beginning, innit?
From the beginning, from day one, for real.
From the beginning.
Beginning.
Listen, take it easy. I'm going to end this stream. Thank you ever so much to the viewers. Get behind Ezra. He's on Ezra Taylor on Instagram. He puts up he's got a nice videographer now. You're doing some really nice media stuff. I like to see that. I like to see when fighters put the effort into their social media and they try and tidy it up, and that it just shows a bit of professionalism, a bit of decorum as well, and shows that they're about that business. So yeah, get behind Ezra and support him on his journey, because we've got the next gen of the light heavyweights coming through in the UK. But I will say this, and you can hate me as much as you want. David Morrell Jr. is dangerous.
Yeah, he's cold. He's a cold fighter. I met him in Texas.
He's dangerous.
I met him.
He's the only one that I look at and I think, I don't know,
He's good. He's good, but remember, Red, that's for us fighters to decide. You know what I'm saying? He is good.
Yeah, how many fights has he had?
He's had like 11 or something like
that.
Yeah,
he hasn't had that much more.
But he's had a lot of amateur. It's a bit different.
Yeah, true.
A lot. So what he's doing, he's actually taking these fights because he's ready for these fights. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking these fights. I'm not really ready for it, but I'm just doing my thing,
Yeah.
But no, I rate him, man. I've been wanting to spar him for a while. Like I said, I went out to Texas.
Really?
3 months ago. Yeah, I met him, man. I went to his gym. He trains with Ronnie Shields.
Yes.
I met Ronnie Shields as well. I'm all good to go back there soon, maybe in August.
Get that working, man, because I'll tell you what, he's someone that I've had my eye on him from the beginning as well. He's a fighter that I've had my eye on.
He's on it. He's definitely a savage. He's definitely not nothing to play with, but I'm here for these guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to mix it with these guys. But you're
gonna end up. That's where you're gonna end up. So it's inevitable, isn't it? Unless obviously someone gets sick or changes their career or whatever. You guys are on a collision path. There's Ben Whittaker. There's him. There's yourself. I'm just trying to think. I think who came up? Benavidez came up, didn't he?
And Avida's, yeah, he's here too. You know what I'm saying? It's busy, man.
So it's tasty. It's tasty across the shores as well. It's not just the UK. Do you know what I mean?
Good.
But yeah, we're going to end up talking all night. I've got to let you go.
People say I'm toxic, and honestly, I don't care.